Everybody sure wants to talk about these keys that are meant to unlock the pathway towards your highest potential, to call in your manifestations, to magnetize the opportunities that are going to make you feel the most abundant. So there's a lot of you all that are being really discouraged by your manifestations not coming in, or you start manifesting and all of a sudden life gets really hard, or it feels like you're being blocked, or it feels like people are sending negative attacks your way. And so then you start questioning whether you even deserve or want this thing that you've been trying to call in. And so you go, well, if I just ground more, if I just meditate more, and then that doesn't work. So then we spend $200 on this perfect strategy that's supposed to give us all the missing pieces and be the final key. And the reality is what you are trying to do is become a new version of yourself. Manifestation should feel like a death because it is one. We all want to talk about this phoenix rising from the ashes and how beautiful that is, and look at what you've done and how amazing it is. But nobody talks about the process. Nobody talks about the part where the universe, guides, whatever you believe in, hands you the match and waits for you to strike it, to burn your old life down, to burn the version of yourself that can't hold that manifestation, that'll self-sabotage that manifestation, that you're given this beautiful thing, you're given this abundance, you're given this fame, and then all of a sudden you get this negative attention your way, and it's like, oh my God, I did something wrong. And then you turn back to old coping mechanisms, old things that kept you safe. Your shadow side starts peeking up. It's not that it's bad, your shadow's trying to keep you safe because something's out of alignment here. If you truly want to become that phoenix that has risen from the ashes, you have to be willing to set your life on fire. And then what happens? It gets hot. It gets painful. It gets uncomfortable. Everything inside of us screams, do something different. This isn't the right way. We don't need this. Go back to what you knew. Go back to comfort. You know these things keep you comfortable. Those things keep you stuck. And you start doubting yourself even more. It's about stamina. Can you walk through the fire all the way to the point that you burn out completely? Can you go through that transformation process? Can you alchemize that? Because that's the version, that's the phoenix that rises from the ashes. But it has to burn down. It is not comfortable. You're going to have to look at the ways that you're supporting yourself, supporting your mind, your body, your spirit, living a holistic lifestyle. Society has taught us a lot of bullshit. And then you've got people with millions of followers that are just regurgitating designer spirituality because they've never had to go through a difficult experience because they were blessed with privilege. It's a whole lot easier to find happiness and cope when you've got a ton of money. It's easier to support yourself when you started off from a place of privilege, but a lot of you all have had to crawl your way to a different baseline. That's why it's a cycle. We keep going through it. We keep becoming better. We keep becoming different versions of ourselves that are more authentic, that push ourselves, that push past limitation, that push past fear. I know I'm getting a little long-winded here, but Spirit really just put it on my heart to share this with you all today. So if you've made it this far and it feels like I am talking to you, if it feels like this is the journey that you're on, if you're starting to get discouraged and questioning whether you actually have what it takes to make it across that finish line that you want to be at, I will happily share with you all of my resources. I've bundled them into 2 beautiful PDFs on how to work with your body through each different stage that we go through as we are manifesting, as we are ascending and becoming the most evolved version of ourselves possible. I'm not big into gatekeeping. At the end of the day, I'm still a board certified mental health practitioner, and my goal is for you to not need me. Of course, you can always book a session with me at magemarigold.com. I'm happy to walk you through that process, but I feel like you're in a place where you're being asked to make different decisions, and it's like one little thing at a time, one small change. So if you're interested in what any of that could look like for you, comment I am ready down below, and I will send you all of this for free. Because truly, at the end of the day, all we have is each other, because everybody's out here selling you some bullshit.